Coming up in the morning edition, update on Haitian tragedy at sea. Tourism responds to a YouTube video, and the Prime Minister attends the dedication ceremony of Holland America's Nuum Stentendam. Here's to a fresh start. It's the beginning of a new week. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. And joining us live here on the Morning Edition to tell us how things are shaping up weather-wise is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. We're going to get you started with our ZNS Tower Cam, and it's showing just a few clouds are floating on there as a high pressure is beginning to build over the northwest Bahamas behind a cold front which is now making its way into the southeast Bahamas. You can see in our satellite picture that ribbon of cloud now moving into Crocodile Island and Acklins, and that will continue its trek towards the south and east during the course of the day. But outside of our studios, we have a few clouds, temperature at 68 degrees, relative humidity quite rich, 93%. The winds are light out of the north at 2 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,015.3 millibars. That's 29.98 inches, and it is steady. Temperatures around the islands this morning, a cool 65 degrees in Grand Toll Key, Marsh Harbour at 66, 65 in Freeport, Grand Bahama. We take you into the Berry Islands, things start to warm up just a bit, 72 degrees, 72 also in Alistown, Bimini. In Harbour Island, 72, Roxanne, Eleuthera, 73 degrees, 73 in Otterstown, Cat Island, Staniel Key, 72, Kemps Bay, 72 degrees, in Fresh Creek, Central Andrews, the Mercury Column, just around 70 degrees, and as we take you a little further south, San Salvador and Rum Key at 73, Georgetown, Exuma, 74, in Crooked Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, 74, Betsy May, Meguana, 76, 76 in Acklins, Ragged Island, 74, Matthew Town, 76, and the Turks and Caicos Island at 77 degrees. Your boating forecast for today in northwest and central islands. The winds will be northwest to north, around 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide 7:31 this morning. Low tide at 1:57 this afternoon. For the southeast Bahamas, light and variable winds, very flat seas at 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. And that's going to do it for your first look at weather, the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Meanwhile, our Vaughn Albury is standing by with traffic cops to tell us what we can expect on our streets this morning. Hello, Vaughn.
LaDawn, good morning. Remember on Friday I was telling you about that music I heard in my ear? You know what it was? It was that song, Sandra. Sandra, where are you tonight, I wonder? But you know what? That was the weekend. Now it's Monday, and it's another week. We started this other week with traffic. With me, Sergeant Jerome Thompson of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. What was the weekend like for traffic police?
We had a very busy weekend this weekend. We have total of 16 accidents, 5 of which involved accidents with injuries. We had an accident in Great Albuquerque with an adult male American tourist where his golf cart was overturned. And he was airlifted to the capital, where he's now detained in Doctors Hospital for further medical attention. Also, we had an accident involving, we had a fatality over the weekend, which occurred at 1:55 a.m. on Saturday past, where a female passenger would have succumbed to her injuries while detained in hospital.
Where was that accident? New Providence?
Right here in New Providence. This accident was at the junction of Spence Court and Soldier Road. That is a corner just south of Woodlawn Gardens.
Do you know about an accident at the roundabout by Saunders Beach on Saturday night? I saw that, and someone was actually handcuffed.
No, I have no knowledge of that particular accident.
Well, what do you want to tell with so many accidents happening? What would you want to advise motorists?
Motorists, they just have to pay attention and drive within the law. You have persons, they have a big thirst, a big hunger just for lawlessness. So we need to address those persons with enforcement, with our enforcement efforts.
Here at this busy thoroughfare between Carmichael Road and JFK, we're on Gladstone Road, at the top of Gladstone Road. The traffic is already backed up already. What would you, when motorists are approaching the roundabout that intersects John F. Kennedy Drive and Bahama, what would you tell motorists, particularly coming from south to north?
we would normally have an officer posted at JFK at Gladstone Road. When our officers pull in the traffic from Gladstone Road, we'd like persons to pay attention and accelerate once you see the officer is giving you directions to come to what's the roundabout.
Well, that's Sergeant Jerome Thompson of the Royal Bahamas Police Force advising motorists that please follow the signs, and where there are police station, follow their directions. He also said there's too much lawlessness on the streets of New Providence. Let's adhere to the road rules. Back to you in the studio, LaDon.
Thanks a lot, Juan. Now on to our top story this morning. Immigration Department officials confirming that 2 more Haitians and 15 dead bodies were discovered in waters near Fowl and Man-o-War Keys in northern Abaco Sunday from that sunken vessel found on Saturday. Immigration officials report that now brings the total count of Haitian nationals found to 17 and 27 Haitian nationals found dead. Immigration officials say it is believed the vessel hit a reef late on Friday night and sank. It is alleged that 87 persons were on board that vessel. Immigration officials confirmed that a special inquiry into the deaths will take place in Abaco within the week as search and rescue efforts continue. Meanwhile, Immigration Director Clarence Russell will travel to Abaco today to assist in conducting further investigations into that incident. In other news this morning, Ministry of Tourism officials emphatically refuting claims purported in a YouTube video that the city of Nassau is a dangerous cruise destination. Ministry of Tourism officials said in a statement that they take the issue of visitor safety very seriously and continue to work with the Royal Bahamas Police Force to combat crime and create a safer destination for residents and visitors. Tourism officials maintain they are actively engaged in protecting the country's reputation by aggressively telling our stories through advertising, content, and reputable journalists to experience Bahamian hospitality. The Ministry of Tourism is also currently working on a plan for their next generation cruise port, which will be a key product improvement that will add to the Nassau experience. The world's largest cruise liner, Carnival Cruise Lines, is expected to unveil plans today for Freeport's newest cruise port. This announcement comes after Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar, attended the dedication ceremony of Holland America Line's new Standendam cruise ship this past Saturday. Prime Minister Minnis and Minister de Aguilar met with Carnival Cruise Corporation executives to discuss a variety of matters during the trip to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Prime Minister noted that he looks forward to building the strong partnership between the Bahamas and Carnival, particularly on new projects to create jobs and expand economic opportunities for this country. Carnival Cruise ships call on ports here in Nassau, Freeport, Princess Key and Eleuthera, and Half Moon Key. In other news this morning, Minister of Environment and Housing, the Honorable Ramon Ferreira, says persons found indiscriminately dumping around the country will be prosecuted during environmental court proceedings set to be enforced this month. Minister Ferreira says, if we want to see the change in our environment, we must take stiffer and stronger measures by penalizing persons breaking the law.
Upon coming to office, we embarked on training the staff. We embarked on hiring an attorney. We embarked on creating linkages and bonds with the magistrate court system, because none of this can happen in a silo. It's actually multidisciplined. So you need the lawyers, you need the inspectors, you need the persons to serve the summonses, you need spaces on the magistrate court's calendar, you need someone to hear the matters, you need fixed dates. So a lot of things had to get moving, and they hadn't moved over the past 5 years, and so moving them took focused effort, but we're right there, and so this is what we want to do.
Stay close, we've got more news right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
It's time to get some love from your bank. Make your 2019 financial resolutions a reality by getting up close and personal with your friends at Fidelity. Make it a date with free financial planning, debt consolidation, and an ASU savings account. Plus, discounted fees and a chance to enter to win exciting prizes like all-inclusive weekend getaways or dinner for two. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity, we're good for you. 12 12 schools, 5 islands, 1 big stage. The Music Project presents the 3rd annual High School Pop Band Competition, Saturday, February 16th at the Botanical Gardens. Come witness the nation's hottest high school bands from Exuma, Andros, Grand Bahama, Bimini, and New Providence in fierce, high-energy competition with special performances by some of the Bahamas' leading entertainers. Gates open at 12 noon and the competition kicks off at 2 p.m. sharp. Tickets are available at Airbrush Junkies and all participating schools.
Weather, sports, and entertainment. Wake up with the Morning Edition. Weekdays, 7 a.m. right here on the ZNS Television Network.
Welcome back to the Morning Edition. Starting off its month of events this February, members of the Girls Brigade Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos branch attended a church service at Mount Moriah Baptist Church on Farrington Road. On Sunday, this year's theme is Be Fruitful, Be Overflowing, Be Joyful. Commander of the Girls Brigade, Patricia Roll, on some of this month's highlights.
Because our aim says to help girls to become followers of the Lord Jesus Christ and through self-control, sense of response to find true enrichment of life. So you have to teach the girl the Christian life. If we get them to get a little more self-control as they get into church and hear what Pastor Strawn is going to say, and that will be so beautiful. We have Girls Brigade in Turks and Caicos, Andros, Eleuthera, and Grand Bahama. When we go to Turks and Caicos Island in February, what we will be doing is we have enrollment of girls and commissioning of officers. They are a branch of our company. So when we go there, when we go to Andros also, Eleuthera and Freeport, they will be having their Christmas party.
2 Girls Brigade cadets talked about their joy of being in the organization.
Because girls does all fun stuff. If they don't have a club, they could just ask their parents to join Girls Brigade. It means that you could draw closer to God.
Faculty of the Temple Christian School boasting positive results in its Bahamas Junior Certificate and Bahamas General Certificate of Secondary Educational National Examinations last year. Principal Perry Cunningham says the students continue to perform exceptionally well in the national examinations, and he expects even better results after they sit the examinations this year.
We expect for greater improvement in that area. Some of the students will be nationally recognized next month. The top students in BGCSE would have been Leandro Mansami, who got the 9As and 1B, that kind of thing, you know. And then we have a young man in the graphical communication who has done extremely well too. He would get the national award in that area, Josh Turnquest. And then at the BJC level, we've gotten 4 students with 5 or more A's, 1 student with all A's, in fact, all of the subjects that she took. And so we're looking forward to improve on that as we upgrade Temple Christian High School.
Fisher, what's coming up in sports?
Well, did you watch the Super Bowl yesterday?
Yes, it's very boring. Very boring.
The commercials were not even good this year.
No,
the best thing about it was the halftime show, and most people are saying that this was not one of the best Super Bowl, even though Tom Brady won again. But coming up in sports, we're going to have some excitement here in the 242 because the Government School Basketball Championship tips off today at the Colonel Isaac Gym. And it was also a summer moment on the weekend. We laid the rest. The sailing bar by Eliezer Johnson, hundreds turning up to pay their final respect.
That and more ahead in sports.
If If you are building or renovating, and if you want a one-stop shop, then We Buy, You Sell, your windows and doors specialist, is the place for the highest impact, highest quality, fully laminated hurricane impact windows and doors, lifelong lasting PVC frame with steel in the frame, non-rust mechanism throughout the frame. We also have the best prices on porcelain, plank, and mosaic tiles. Visit We Buy, You Sell in the Old Hastings Tile Building on Robinson Road, or call us at 327-6427 or 698-1140.
Trafficking in persons or human trafficking is also referred to as modern-day slavery. It is defined as the recruiting, transporting, harboring, and receiving of persons by means of deception, force, and threats in order to exploit them. The persons are exploited mainly for sexual purposes and forced labor. A victim of trafficking can be a man, woman, or child. Trafficking in persons is a criminal offense. A person convicted of the offense in the Bahamas can receive sentences ranging from 3 years to life in prison and fines of up to $15,000. If you feel that you are a victim of trafficking in persons or suspect that someone is, contact any of the following agencies immediately. The Royal Bahamas Police Force, 919. The National Hotline, 322-2763. The Crisis Center Hotline, 328-0922. The Ministry of National Security, 502-3300. Let us all do our part to keep this horrendous crime out of our country. This message has been brought to you by the National Trafficking in Persons Task Force in conjunction with the Ministry of National Security.
It's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
Buddy Hield and the Kings have their...
Buddy Hield seems to be having the best season of his career. He had 32 points the other night. It was a bit disappointing, Shawnee Miller not winning the IAAF World Female Athlete of the Year. The high school rankings will soon be out. Tabernacle, the defending champion, CC Sweeting, they are always there. Who will it be this year? Each Monday on 1540 AM and 104.5 FM, it's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
How much can the Bahamas cut its billion-dollar food import bill? What are we really producing to feed ourselves? What are the challenges facing food production in our country? How can you contribute to reducing our food import bill? Find the answers to these questions and much more. Watch Agriculture Now with Carla Palmer. Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m. on the ZNS Television Network.
Good morning once again and welcome to sports. The Government School Basketball Best of 3 Championships will tip off this evening over there at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym. First up will be the junior girls, T.A. Thompson taking on the Lions of H.O. Nash. And for the junior boys, Donald Davis against C.H. Reeves. The senior girls matchup has C.V. Bethel taking on the Rattlers of C.I. Gibson. And in the senior boys, C.I. Gibson taking on the pennant winners, Doris Johnson. Junior girls coach of T.A. Thompson, Donovan Martin, and C.I. senior girl coach Kevin K.J. Johnson on their expectations.
We're going to go back and we're going to work on one or two things, and the discipline that comes in listening. We're going to go back and work on that, and then we're going to get ourselves prepared for the championship.
We got to continue to slide and rotate properly, make our free shots, which we did, make our layups, which we did. Continue to do that, continue to get better as a team.
Hundreds turning out to pay their respect to a legend in the sailing community, Eliezer, the sailing Baba J. Johnson, on Saturday. He was eulogized during service at Bible Truth Ministries. The owner of the famed Native athlete will be remembered for being a promoter of the sport. Commodore of the Bahamas Boat Owners and Sailing Association, Stafford and Bristol, among many paying tributes to the Baba, and said it best.
If the dead could have talked, about 11:30 tonight, my phone would have rang. Now my phone does talk, but before I talk, my wife always say, answer the phone because that's Baba. And I know the first question Baba would ask me, Stafford, how much 1,000 people goes to my funeral? It's a sacrifice for leadership. And so we know you can only imagine the sacrifice, even to the detriment of his own family, that he has done to accomplish a status of being a legend in our time.
The sailing Baba laid to rest at Lakeview Memorial. We'll have much more on that coming up later on today. Also going on over there in Grand Bahama, their senior boys basketball playoffs. So you know ZNS Total Sports here in New Providence and Grand Bahama will be bringing you all that information throughout the week, so stay tuned to that. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching.
Mom, guess what it is? That's me. Bartender, do you see me? I on television. I gotta tell my girlfriend I on television.
Hello?
Babe, turn your television to ZNS.
Quick, I'm on television. I don't have a TV in there. We have Wi-Fi though. We have Wi-Fi.
That's fine. They upgrade now. You can watch it live from your phone.
You just have to download the app. All right, hold on.
Go to the App Store, type in ZNS, download the app, and you'll be able to watch ZNS straight from your phone. Hurry up and start over again.
Get your news and more anytime, anywhere with the new ZNS app. Stay connected from around the globe with our live stream news updates, all in the palm of your hand. You can also listen to the ZNS Radio Network for your favorite music. Go into your Apple or Google Play Store and download the ZNS app today.
Present check?
Miss, I just stand now. I still gotta pay.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to march down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys waited today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been choosing for some grouper tread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work. Where the fish gone, though?
But how, though?
Don't leave our children with no fish in their future. Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future.
You thought it was the talk of the town, but get ready for more.
More energy, more excitement, exhilarating, compelling, informative, educational talk on The Conversation.
I'm Shanique Miller. Pull up a chair with a cup of tea and join me weekdays at 4 on Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, and The Light, 810 AM for The Conversation. I'm excited to have you around the table.
ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Watch our live channel to keep up with what's going on in the nation. News updates, we've got you covered. Tune into our radio stations with just a swipe. On the road, on the go, we're here with you. Available for download on the App Store and the Google Play Store.
The Bahamas Bureau of Standards and Quality, BBSQ, is paving the way for the development of a national quality infrastructure based on international standards and best practices to revolutionize the way we do business. BBSQ provides quality assurance systems and works with various industries to promote standardization and certify the quality of goods and services across the Bahamas. BBSQ, quality is our standard.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Bahamas Bureau of Standards and Quality in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
The natural resources of the Bahamas play a critical role in supporting Bahamian livelihoods. For example, the fishing and tourism industry, which include fishermen, seafood exporters, hoteliers, dive operators, restaurants, and others. Collectively, they generate approximately $1.5 billion a year. Therefore, we must respect and preserve what we have. These resources belong to us.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
So let's all do our part to maintain our local economy and a good quality of life. Remember, if we take care of nature, nature will take care of us.
In our final look at weather, that frontal system that dumped some heavy showers over the northwest Bahamas on Saturday, well, it's now making its way into the southeast Bahamas, just around Crooked Island and Acklands. It's created some cloudiness there with 1 or 2 spotty showers. Our forecast for today calling for partly cloudy conditions, 1 or 2 brief showers during the morning hours. Things will be clearing up in the afternoon. Your high temperature getting up to 77 degrees. And tonight, we're looking at mainly clear conditions, low temperature getting down to a cool 66 degrees. The extended weather forecast over the next 7 days, mild temperatures right through the 7-day cycle. Those daytime temperatures in the upper 70s, low time temperatures remaining in the mid to upper 60s. LaDon?
Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the morning edition. Make sure to join us this evening at 6 p.m. for our 2-hour newscast. Once again, I'm LaDon Davis. Have a great day.